How to quickly get to a woman's pleasure point. This is a very, very interesting topic. How to quickly get to a woman's pleasure point. Many men felt maybe getting to a woman's pleasure point is when you hit her hard. Like that. Ta, 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 ta. They feel when you do like that to a woman, you're actually getting to her pleasure point. A woman's pleasure point is where she likes it the most. Is where you will make her come. Is where you will go to or where you will touch to make her drink enough water. That is a woman's pleasure point. If you get to hit or if you get to know a woman's pleasure point, my brother, you don't even need to do too much. She will get to her pleasure point. You don't need to do too much. She will get satisfied. You don't need to do too much. She will be happy. You don't need to do too much. She will call you the best man in bed. Okay, so many men really feel that when you want to get to a woman's pleasure point is when you hit her with all the strength the Lord has given you. No. Many men also think that getting to a woman's pleasure point is when you give her the best thighs in the whole world. No. Many men, like much men, really think that getting to a woman's pleasure point is when you suckle the mouth of her oranges real bad. That is when you get to a pleasure point. You're getting it so wrong. How to easily get to a woman's pleasure point is by you listening to that woman's ringing tone. When you're touching or kissing or even doing anything to a woman, learn to give her listening ear. If you give a woman a listening ear, you definitely get to her pleasure point easily. Pleasure point is what makes a woman smile at you after the whole process. Pleasure point is what makes a woman come very easily. Pleasure point is what makes a woman really get wet without you even doing too much. Okay, it is not as if maybe getting to a woman's pleasure point, there is one thing called pleasure point in a woman's VG. There is one particular spot called a woman's pleasure point in a woman's autumn. No. When you get to a woman's pleasure point, that shows you've actually gotten to the place where sweet her the most in her body, to that particular spot where like nobody has ever got to. Okay, and we women actually have different pleasure points. My pleasure point might not be your woman's pleasure point. Your woman's pleasure point might not be that person's woman's pleasure point. So we all actually have different pleasure points as a female gender. So if you know your woman's pleasure point, it is very, 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 very going to be very better for you, and you will not, you're not even supposed to do too much to get to that woman's pleasure point if you know your woman's pleasure point. So how do you want to know on how to know your woman's pleasure point? Is by you listening to your woman's body movements in bed. Okay, open your ears. Don't just do because you want to do. Don't put all your focus on that particular thing you're doing. Put your mindset on your woman. On your woman, not on in her auto, or not in her coming, or not in you coming. Put all your mindset in your woman's body to know and watch her body movement. Whenever she's moving her body to the direction, follow that direction. If you're knocking her, you're giving her doggy, and she's putting her body to this particular direction, go to that direction. She wants you to go to that direction. Maybe when you go to that direction and hit her like 1, 2, 3 times, you will see water pumping out of her VG. If you go to that direction and knock her 1, 2, 3 times, you will see enough fluid, sleepy and slimy kind of fluid coming out of her auto. So go to that spot where your woman is giving you direction of. If you're putting your mouth on your woman's 2 oranges and you see her moving and screaming or shouting or even shedding tears, you're trying to pull off your mouth and she's like putting back your head to that oranges, like she's trying to tell you not to stop or not to take off your mouth. She's trying to still tell you to keep doing what you're doing. Have it in mind that you've gotten your woman's pleasure point. She likes it, and if you constantly suckle the mouth of her oranges, you will see how she will bring out enough thing, that thing you've been looking for, that thing you wanted her to present, she's going to present it to you that moment. Okay, so many men really do not understand the fact. They feel like, oh, you just need to go to a woman's oranges and just put your mouth there 1, 2, 3 times, you're out, do this one, you're out. No. Watch her body movement. Watch and know what she really likes. If your hand is inside of her auto and you're trying to pull out your hand and she just keeps putting in back your hand, And whenever your hand is there, she keeps shouting, screaming, or crying, or even shedding tears. Like she's really, her body is so cold that she's really enjoying whatever you're doing to her that moment. Have it in mind, a woman also really likes it whenever your hand is inside of her auto. If a man actually hits us too much or really do prolong that knocking, it's tiring. I keep telling men it becomes very tiring to us. So you don't need to do too much. When you know a woman's pleasure point, you don't need to do too much to get to that particular spot where your woman likes it. And when you get to that spot, it will help the whole thing very easy. It will just make the whole knocking process extremely easier for the both of you. So just know the particular place to handle your woman more. That is when you get to understand your woman's body language. If you understand your woman's body language, you know on where to touch her more. And if you know on where to touch her more, you get to her pleasure point. And you get to notice it that you're not even going to do more. You're not doing more. And if she's coming, you're coming. Everybody is fine. Everybody is okay. You won't be sweating like a goat. You won't be breathing like someone that wants to faint. I will see you all in my next video. My name remain Ogo, and this remain Ogo Talk Show. Have you shared? Have you subscribed? And have you liked this video? And please throw any question to comment section. I'll be here to reply to all of your questions. You've not subscribed to this point and you watched this video till this point. Tell me, why won't you? I mean, like, you don't want to join this family, this wonderful family. Please press the subscribe button. Okay, you'll never regret it. And press the bell so you always get notified whenever I upload videos. I will see you all next time. Bye.